This is, well, I mean, you know, you've seen this before. I mean, if you have seen them, the videos, this is not a good way to start, but that's how we do things. Hello. You know, this is... Hello. Just 1 second. If my face looks contorted, it's actually, I'm actually enjoying the coffee. I forgot my apron. Darn it. Well, it doesn't matter. That's not going to stop us. We got a sizable, quite a sizable haul this time around. I don't know if it's quite substantial. Not great. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not looking forward to this at all. But oh yeah. You know, this is a very popular thing to do though these days. So, very popular with the youth. You know, all the kids are talking about this, so I have to do it for them. It's really the only way. It's a form of selflessness, I would say. And sometimes that responsibility falls on you, right? So you gotta do it. So hey, welcome dishwashing episode in the bathtub, of course. Because where else are you going to do it? That's ridiculous. I don't know where else you would do it other than in the bathtub. That's where you do these things. Okay. Well, hello. I'm feeling alive. You know, I'm alive. I'm here. I'm talking. I'm speaking English. I'm performing household tasks. These are good things. These are part of the good life. These are aspects of the good life. And we like that around here. That's part of our mission statement, among many other things. I have, as of recording this, I've been absent from content creation for a brief period of time, certainly not our longest hiatus. But enough to put some distance between myself and whatever objectives I had in the before times. And I have been reinvigorated in my, and now I'm here again. Can you tell the can you see the difference? Can you see that? Can you? I don't know. Some things are implicit and some things are explicit. Or wait, some things are explicit and some things you just don't know. You know, they could be there. They are taken assumption. They are assumed to be there. Like when someone smiles, you assume they're happy. But anyone who's been around long enough knows that a smile doesn't always mean they're happy, right? So, and right, you know, like actors can just cry on command, but they like, you know, or something. Anyways, implicit and explicit. The dishes are very straightforward. Either there's food crap on them or there's not. The goal is to get the food off of the dishes. That is the goal. That is the explicit goal. What the implicit goal is to facilitate a matrix of of oration with my audience that creates that is a pontification on various interrelated subjects. I'm trying to brainwash you all. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to make you all like me. Because by you watching the video, you're getting the me juice on you. And you're becoming more like me. And that's the goal. Because, you know, like, to reproduce. That's what I'm doing. The extreme tree climber virus is what I'm spreading. And this is my contagion engine. And I'm quite good at what I do. So, you will all be little copies with your own individual, you know, your own little. You're the host, and I'm the parasite. And I latch on, and I. Oh God, that's a lot of dishes, man. I feel bad. I shouldn't let it get this bad. It gets in the way of other people's stuff, and it's just not good. So, the world keeps turning, the world keeps spinning, it's generating new, unusual events for us to engage with. There's a looming, just je ne sais quoi about. I think we're living in an era, but we don't quite know what it is. I just broke a wine glass. It's easy to, or tempting and easy, to attribute everything to technology and the development of communication and all that, and that is essentially the thing that's going on, but that's I don't want to flay myself on that. And tempting to, actually, it really is just that. And now, like, things that used to exist discreetly, like in India you'd eat curry, and in Mexico you eat burritos or whatever, and now we have curry burritos. What the heck is that? Is that going to stick around forever? What is that? You know? It's a question. It is a question. Like, what the heck is that? You know? Like, it's like, well, what is the basis for that? Well, there's like food school where they teach you like what flavors go together. I need a cloth. I'm not going far at all. I can still talk. Oh, I gotta stop the recording anyways. Hello, I'm back with the yellow washcloth. And my coffee, of course, which you gotta have handy. But yeah, it goes further than just like fusions of things, because it's not like it's not that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so other cultures are becoming aware of each other and it's starting to like merge. Okay, like, but it's more than that. It's, what am I doing? It's an entirely new paradigm. Truly, I believe. And the fact that we're putting curry in burritos is just a symptom of the new paradigm. And it has to do with what happens when you take two irreconcilable truths and smush them together at the same time. That's essentially what's happening. What if you took two things that never go together and contradict each other to their very essence, and then put them together and made that what you are. That is my diagnosis. And I mean, like, you could call that just like, I don't know, a contradiction. We live in a contradiction. But that is really the simplest way of putting it. But we are still here, clearly. I'm still washing dishes in the bathtub. It's fine. So clearly it's not just complete, utter mayhem. It just doesn't make sense to anyone who's using it, or is in the middle of it. You just have to accept the fact you have no idea what is happening at all. The powers are beyond you. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. It's interesting, arguably, but it does, once in a while, like for instance, you know, there's nothing wrong with washing dishes in the bathtub, but like, you can't not think it's a little bit weird. Like, you can't not. There's no complicated reasoning for it. You don't, you know, it's like, why am I doing that? What happened? Well, the sink broke. Or, I mean, not the sink. The dishwasher broke, but it's a metaphor, okay? I'm taking some creative liberty. So it's an interesting time, I think. That's my perspective. Maybe other people think they're just normal, but I don't feel that way at all. I don't feel... Normalcy is truly endangered species. There's nothing normal about anything right now. And, I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? So, well, that was, I think you get what I'm saying. It took maybe a little long time, but I think you get the gist. So, here we are. I keep saying that. I gotta find something to talk about again as I clean these dishes. That's something I could, I don't know. Let's talk about everyone's favorite subject, the weather. Yes. I believe it's March 17th, something like that right now. Let me tell you something. It's no longer horrifically cold outside. And that's super, super duper awesome, cool, happy, fun time. It's amazing how walking outside is no longer an existential threat. It smells really bad here. That sense doesn't transfer into data, unfortunately. Maybe we'll figure out how, though. But it smells really bad. Just take my word for it. Yeah, the weather. It's all this snow is melting. You understand? There used to be snow and ice, and now there's less of it, and it's going away more. I can go outside in a shirt and not suffer. Do you understand the gravity of that? Hold on. It's pretty wild. I'm a big fan. That's my point. I'm a very big fan. There is like an internal conflict where, like, on the one hand, I want to feel like a true strong north, you know? True strong north and free. It's 30 below in the winter, but I'm a tough Canadian. But on the other hand, wow, I will really rather just live in Mexico or Hawaii or something like that, where there's palm trees and, like, I really would prefer that to this. And if I had the resources to do so at this moment, which I don't, But if I did, I'm not sure I would take it out of some, like, desire to torture myself with this horrific climate that we have somehow built a society upon. But it's energizing. It brings out... I have to like crook my head slightly down because the camera doesn't quite... It brings out the better in me, I think. And I can just... So... I'm feeling excited, you know. I have plans for my YouTube channel. I've got... For the channel, I've got plans, I do. They are kind of unknown to me in some sense. It's more like a nigging, wiggly inside my brain. I know that the little brain worm's in there. I don't know what he's gonna look like when he pops out, but I'm gonna pop him out probably. It's going to. It's on my approach list, you know. And that is what I'm excited about. Yeah. So, chew on that. Oh, God, that was me. I feel like I had more to say about the weather than that. I don't know what else I could say about it. I like trees, and fresh air, and sky, and wind, and birds, and the little squirrels that run around. And I like the sun in the sky. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean right now? I do have a rag, right? Here we go. So I don't know what that says about me. I don't know if that makes me weird, but I like those things. Here's the thing. So, by like evolutionary, an appeal to evolutionary theory, like, okay, you know, when people say like the meaning of life is survival, it's like that's completely stupid. Like that's really dumb. You know, like that's really dumb. And I like can't exactly explain. It's like really simple. I can't explain why it's so dumb, but like think about it. Like the meaning of life is to survive. That's like saying I can't think of a metaphor because it's like saying the meaning of shampooing your hair, or like why do I put shampoo in my hair? So that you can have shampoo. So that you can have shampoo in your hair. That's the meaning of using shampoo. It's like. You know what I'm saying? It's like saying, meaning the reason we eat is so that we could put food in our mouths. It's like, I mean, you're not wrong, but are you missing the point a little bit about like, you know, meaning of life is survival. Well, it's just, I mean, in certain circumstances, you could kind of apply that, but like. And yes, like technically we're always on an axis of survival. We're also on an axis, there are things that we would rather die than happen. Where like, death is like not an absolute motivation change, right? And it's like, okay, well no, it's technically not, you know, you as an individual, it's like your bloodline or whatever. And that's stupid too. Because, like, I mean, don't we all kind of originate similarly from the same source, right? Not just humans, but like organisms in general probably have a common, unless two different life entities came to existence discretely, independent of each other, and then began interacting with each other. We're going a little too far into history there, but like, like there is validity to all these, but it doesn't really make sense. I think it's a stupid way to answer, to talk about the meaning of life. Can we come up with something new? Like, I get where evolution's so amazing that we figured that out, but like, you know, let's not. I don't think that's very interesting or right. I'm taking a really long time to get very simple points across. I should just stick to, I like chicken. I don't like when you put peppers on pizza. You know, that sort of thing. Peppers are weird. They're a very controversial food item for me. On the one hand, paprika is really useful sometimes, but like, hell, I don't even know what I like to taste anymore. Like, as a child, I liked certain tastes and disliked certain tastes. Now they're just tastes. Like, it's almost a form of, like, not adultery, but like I'm too obsessed with the fact that things taste different. It's like, wow, that tasted differently from this. I don't really know how I feel about it. In fact, no, actually I do know. It's that the more something tastes like not other things, the more I'm intrigued by it. It's just, I like novelty. I like exploring things. I like trying new things. Just to see what's out there, you know? See, I can talk in a simple way. Wow, we did it. I like trying different things. And paprika is like not chili powder exactly. It still gives a spice, but not quite as much, so you're not like a spice bro, you know what I'm talking about? Those guys are like, I put super extra heavy killer murder genocide sauce on my hot dogs! You know? Not like that. It's like, it's spice, but like, calm down. With the paprika, that is. That's kind of how I see it. And I don't really like peppers that much. Like, if you get a food tray, and it's got like carrots and celery and broccoli and all that stuff, when I see pepper, I'm like, why are you here? I know why you're here. It's because there's a weirdo who likes to eat you. That's not me. Carrots and broccoli. But I will eat them now as a thing because I feel like I've conquered that fear. Not fear. I don't have a fear of peppers. And they're expensive too. Like, there's not even a good reason to like want to get into them because they're expensive. Like, you're better off picking a different vegetable to get into, you know? I don't know, it's just weird. But they're versatile. They're good for that. They're a little more exciting than just like some lettuce or something, you know? We haven't even done that many dishes. Wait, is this still recording? Ah, fuck. Okay, I don't know. I was talking about peppers. I don't know, this camera's silly. I assume anyone who's ever watched this is probably finding that quite silly. That whole thing happening. Anyways. Yeah. I like trying new things. Maybe that's why I like doing dishes in the bathtub, because it's different. And it lets me put off doing dishes for a really long time. There are advantages to this approach. Also saves water, I think. Oh man. I gotta like push all this stuff back because I'm running out of space to like put the scrubbed ones. But there's a lot of stuff in the way and I don't feel like getting wetter stuff. Okay. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna put some elbow grease. I've been thinking about where that came from. That's a weird But I like imagining that elbows produce grease. I do like that thought. And that it has utility. That makes the thought even more enriching. Okay, so we got a bunch of dishes here, and they're sitting there and they're clogging up that side. But we can move some of them into the laundry basket. Maybe. But do we even want to do that? Okay, well, let's do it. Okay. We got these two plastic containers. Let's get these guys going, right? These are old Rubbermaid containers. Surely could have some purpose. I believe in them. I believe in them. Rubbermaid. You gotta love Rubbermaid, man. You know, there's a lot of things I took for granted in this world. You know what's funny? Things stop being interesting when they're perfect. Does that kind of make sense? I don't know if that applies. It doesn't apply like universally. I just like saying things that are true sometimes that people don't say often. Things that are perfect, you don't notice them. Like, you take for granted, like, oh, Rubbermaid, like, duh, like, there are people who make rubber products, like, big whoop. But, like, some persons are, like, furiously dedicated to optimizing the process of creating products made out of rubber for cheap. And they're so good at it that you think that, like, it just comes from the ground, you know? Like, it's like almost like, oh yeah, of course. There is an endless supply of extremely reliable products that are always on store shelves, and if they were less perfect, they would have character, right? Like, if they had a certain problem with them, or like a certain quirk, then all of a sudden you wouldn't have that thought process as much. I think, right? Maybe? I'm trying to think of an example. Like, Kanye West isn't popular because he's, like, perfect. He's super popular and well known because he's imperfect. And he, like, does imperfect things and does controversial things. But if he were perfect, you would just take Kanye West for granted as, like, a constant of the universe. As though, I mean, we kind of do that now, still, but, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. What am I trying to say? But it doesn't excite. That's the kind of the key difference there. We wouldn't be excited about Kanye West. It's like, yeah, of course Kanye West, you know? And the corollary to that is beware the moment when the things you took for granted are no longer the things you can take for granted. Maybe the guy who's really good at facilitating the rubber making process dies and everyone forgets how he did it so good. Or she. I'm sorry. I tend to associate rubber with men more. Is that valid? Is that okay? I'm not even saying it's good or bad, I'm just saying that I tend to. Is it incumbent upon me to change that? Should I adjust my mind to making rubber more female? These are the questions I don't have the answers to. Or just find too funny to try to actually address. But my eyes are opening now, because I'm realizing that these things didn't just pop out of the ground. There was a obscure, unusual process that brings these things to existence. Including fuck. Oh wait, never mind. I thought it ended. I wasn't looking at the right thing. I might not finish these for now and just accept what the progress I've made here. The battery's dying. We've got a decent load here. It's better than nothing, that's for sure. But yeah, I think we've covered some good ground here. There's lots of things to talk about. But it's difficult to... You notice how, well, like the difference between me and Joe Rogan is that, well, a lot of things, but there is one notable one that I wish to identify. Joe Rogan is, okay, well here's my opinion, and this is very much an opinion. I think Joe Rogan is, like, more impartial than people sometimes give him credit for. Although the fact that his platform is so colossally large that maybe just negates that, I don't know. But he's like kind of impartial, like. And I'm trying to say that I'm like even more impartial than Joe Rogan, but not in the fact that I'm less. It's not because I'm less biased, it's because I'm, how am I different from Joe Rogan? Did I watch this one? The difference between me and Joe Rogan is I ramble a lot. And I think I come to different kinds of conclusions. My conclusions that I come up with are products of trying to prove that my thought process occurred. Like I'm just trying to prove that I think at all, not whether or not these thoughts apply to the real world in a good or bad way or anything like that. I'm just trying to prove that I think. That is this exercise that we are just gonna do dishes in the bathtub. Have a good night. Yes, but no. Well, okay, not yet. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So it's good. We're thinking. We're doing stuff. But yeah. What do we do with the thoughts then? That's the next thing. Well, I don't know when that'll be relevant. Perhaps never. Maybe it's just the thoughts. But we'll see. In the next episode of